the return of a Canadian institution. Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling is back. Tell a friend. Sold out crowd shaking.
Spring has officially sprung at 5:01 a.m. Eastern, 2:01 a.m. on the best coast, the West Coast. The sun crossed the celestial equator, marking the vernal equinox, the moment when day and night are nearly equal. This cosmic balancing act signals longer, sunnier days ahead. But the universe isn't just giving us more daylight, it's also giving us a reason to smile. Today is the International Day of Happiness, a global celebration reminding us that joy isn't just a feeling, it's a practice. This year's theme, Caring and Sharing, highlights the power of kindness in building stronger communities. So, as nature shifts into full bloom, why not take the cue? Declutter your space, plant new seeds, both in the garden and in life, and make a habit of spreading a little happiness. After all, Finland has been named the happiest country in the world for the 8th year in a row, and maybe they're onto something. From happiness to madness, March Madness that is, the NCAA tournament is in full swing and chaos is guaranteed. The phrase March Madness was actually coined back in 1939 by Illinois high school official Henry V. Porter, but it wasn't until 1982 when CBS broadcaster Brent Musburger used it on air that it became synonymous with college basketball's most unpredictable tournament. And now, it's a billion-dollar brand. Speaking of running up and down the court, well, let's talk about running in a different context as an antidepressant. A new study in the Journal of Affective Disorders found that over 16 weeks, running was just as effective as SSRIs in reducing depression symptoms by 44%. While antidepressants offered quicker relief for anxiety, running came with extra perks like better cardiovascular health and weight management. But here's the catch. Sticking with it was harder. Only 52% of the running group kept up with the routine compared to 82% in the medication group. The moral of the story? Movement matters, but so does finding what actually works for you. And if athletes know one thing besides movement, it's sleep. Elite performers treat rest like a non-negotiable part of their training. They aim for 8 to 10 hours a night, create a restful environment free from electronic distractions, and limit caffeine late in the day. If it's good enough for Olympians, it's good enough for the rest of us. Well, rest is important, but so is access to medical care, which brings us to Mercy Ships, the nonprofit delivering life-changing surgeries to those in need. Their floating hospital, the Global Mercy, recently docked in Sierra Leone, performing over 1,900 surgeries in 10 months. One patient, Mamadou, was facing blindness due to cataracts, but regained his sight thanks to the volunteer medical team. It's healthcare delivered with a splash of hope and a sea of compassion. Meanwhile, back in Michigan, a different kind of career opportunity is on the horizon. The Kalamazoo Cannabis Career Job Fair is happening on March 29th. And, well, let's just say the turnout might be questionable. After all, stoners aren't exactly known for being punctual. Unlike, say, Taylor Swift, who's never late when it comes to dominating the music industry. Shocking absolutely no one. Swift topped Billboard's list of the top 100 women artists of the 21st century. We're a quarter in. She beat out Rihanna. Yes, it's Rihanna, Beyonce, Adele, and Katy Perry, because of course she did. Meanwhile, global recorded music revenue hit almost $30 billion in 2024, with streaming making up 69% of the market. And in case anyone forgot, Swift remains the top global recording artist for The third year in a row, her latest album, The Tortured Poets Department, crushed the charts and helped her rack up 26.5 billion Spotify streams last year alone. To put things in perspective, the Maurologue recently celebrated its 250th stream. Only 26.5 billion to go. From building musical empires to literally building the future. While Swift is cementing her place in history, scientists are working on making cement itself less disastrous for the planet. Researchers at Cambridge University have developed a zero-emission electric cement, sounds like the great name for a band, recycling industrial waste and using electric arc furnaces to completely eliminate carbon emissions. Cement is responsible for 8% of global CO2 output, so this breakthrough could be a game changer. But as lead researcher Julian Allwood wisely points out, innovation alone won't save us. We also need to rethink how much cement we actually use. Because sustainability isn't just about building smarter, it's about building less. And finally, if you ever think English is a straightforward language, just remember that read and lead rhyme, and red and lead rhyme, but read and lead don't rhyme, and neither do red and lead. Yeah, madness. Today's motivation comes from Mr. Rogers himself. Born on this day in 1928, Fred McFeely Rogers spent decades shaping young minds with messages of kindness, curiosity, and emotional intelligence. He once said, "It's not the honors and the prizes and the fancy outsides of life which ultimately nourish our souls. It's the knowing that we can be trusted, that we never have to fear the truth, that the bedrock of our very being is good stuff." So let that be your reminder today. You are made of good stuff. Thank you for listening to the Maurologue. Now go out there, hold the door open for someone, share a smile, and remember, happiness isn't just a feeling, it's a practice. Stay strong, stay kind, and keep fighting the good fight.